What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back for another Game of Thrones Season 7 trailer breakdown. Let's not waste any time and just get right into this. The opening shot is a scene on the beach as some men arrive on a small boat. It's very hard to make out who this is, but there does appear to be some Dothraki on the beach, so I'm going to assume this is at Dragonstone. This could be Jon Snow and Davos arriving so they can meet Daenerys Targaryen and retrieve some dragonglass. Jon has been telling all the Northern Lords he needs to get dragonglass to fight the Night King. And even later in the trailer, you can hear him addressing everyone and talking about Daenerys and her dragons. Jon will want Daenerys and her dragons on his side for the long night. But some of the other Northerners will not want to trust a Targaryen, and this is going to be the cause of the revolt that Jon has to face. Next, you can hear Daenerys say she was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms, and this could be her speaking at her own small council meeting, or she could be saying this to Jon Snow. In the last preview trailer, we could see Daenerys planning her attack with Tyrion, Yara, Theon, Grey Worm, Melisandre, Ellaria, Varys, and Lady Olenna. She may be saying this quote at that meeting, but in the next scene, Cersei Lannister has begun a meeting of her own, with Randyll Tarly, his son, and several other lords she has brought to fight for her cause. Randyll Tarly is Sam Tarly's father, who was a strong supporter of the Tyrells and Lady Olenna. But now that Lady Olenna has sided with Daenerys Targaryen, Cersei will help turn the Tarlys against her, and you can hear Cersei saying Daenerys will destroy the realm, and they must stand together if they are going to stop her. The Lannisters are starting to gain some alliances now, and they will have Randyll Tarly and his forces, plus Euron Greyjoy and his forces. Randyll Tarly is one of the greatest battle commanders of all time, so with these new alliances Cersei should have, she should be able to put up a much better fight against Daenerys. Things are starting to get very interesting now, and all-out war is on the horizon, my friends. But next we go up north and pay a visit with Jon Snow at Winterfell, where training has begun to prepare everyone for the Night King and the storm he's about to bring. The kids are in the courtyard training with the bows already, and Jon wasn't kidding when he said he needed every man, woman, and child ready to fight. As we see the training yard, we can hear Jon Snow say, "We can't defeat the Night King on our own. Daenerys has dragonfire." Jon deciding to ask Daenerys Targaryen for help is going to become a big problem in the north. The Northerners do not like the Targaryens. Daenerys' father, the Mad King, burned Ned Stark's father alive, and he murdered Ned Stark's brother with some kind of device that choked him to death. Plus everyone thinks Daenerys' brother, Rhaegar, kidnapped and raped Lyanna Stark. There aren't going to be many people in the north wanting a Targaryen around. The north is definitely about to be in a revolt when Jon leaves to meet the Dragon Queen. Davos tells everyone that if we don't band together, we are going to die. But that isn't going to be enough to convince everyone right away. Everyone in the north is going to need to see the dead marching for themselves to change their mind and realize they do need all the help that they can get. But until then, Jon may have a big problem on his hands. And with Littlefinger putting more seeds of doubt in everyone's mind while he is gone, people might start to think about overthrowing Jon Snow as king, especially when Bran Stark gets back home. Bran Stark is the last living legitimate male Stark. Things are going to get interesting in the north, and Bran might show up in the next episode and really turn the north on their heads. I'm really excited for this next episode now, but let's move on. The trailer moves along very fast after this, so let's go through the quick clips. First we see Daenerys Targaryen sitting on her throne, and we saw this in the first trailer too. I think this is when Jon and Davos arrive at Dragonstone and meet with Daenerys for the first time. When Davos says we need to band together or we will die, he could be saying this to Daenerys as well. As of right now, Daenerys isn't quite aware of the threat beyond the wall, but Melisandre shows up too, and Melisandre will help convince Daenerys about the real war that's coming. Melisandre might even show Daenerys something in the flames to help prove it to her. Then we see Cersei standing up off the throne, and it looks like Euron is right there next to the throne as well. This might be when Euron arrives back in King's Landing with his brand new gift for the Queen. And as I've said before, Euron's gift will be some prisoners that Cersei will love to get her hands on. Then we see the blade get sharpening again, and we've seen this blade get sharpened in 3 trailers now, so this must be a pretty significant, but I have no idea who this could be. I can only assume it's an important scene because they keep showing it. Then we see the Unsullied storming the castle at Casterly Rock. Tyrion will most likely plan this attack, because not only will Tyrion know how to get in and catch them with their guard down, but Tyrion will tell them to cut off Cersei's other forces, and her only place to run. I think we would see the battle at Casterly Rock on the next episode. Next we go down into the crypts where is another clip of Jon Snow choking the shit out of Littlefinger. Before Jon leaves Winterfell to go south, Jon will go down into the crypts to visit with family before he leaves. Littlefinger will come down and talk his shit and get his ass beat. Littlefinger might say something about Ned or Sansa or even question the way Jon has been ruling in the north. Littlefinger is pushing his luck in the north, and it's just a matter of time before someone removes him from the equation. We then see Euron riding through the streets of King's Landing, and it appears he has some kind of rope in his hands. Euron will have someone tied up behind him as he parades them through the streets of King's Landing and takes them right to the Queen, Cersei, as his gift to form this new alliance. I'm not going to spoil it here, but let's just say Cersei's going to be very pleased with his gift. Now this next scene is very dark, but it does look like Cersei and Jaime are incesting some more. Now this is nothing new. Cersei's going to use sex to get Jaime to do whatever it is that she wants. She treats him like shit until she needs him. And after this, Jaime will go attack wherever the hell she wants, which will most likely be High Garden because we heard them talking about High Garden in the first episode. Jaime said he doesn't have enough food to feed his men and horses, but High Garden does. Cersei already hates the Tyrells anyway, and now that they are siding with the Targaryen that wants Cersei removed from power, this is going to be an easy decision to make. In the next clip, Daenerys Targaryen is outside overlooking the sea, and she turns her head to look at someone walking up to her, and this was probably going to be Jon Snow. They are going to discuss the real threat north of the wall, and Daenerys will probably tell Jon that she is there for one reason and one reason only. I think it's going to take a little bit of time to convince to get Daenerys to take her dragons up north into the snow. Then we see Varys walk up beside Melisandre, which is very interesting because Varys is typically terrified of the Red Priestesses. This is another scene that was in the trailer. This is when Melisandre watches as a group of people walk up to the castle of Dragonstone. This will probably be Jon Snow and Davos arriving to meet the Queen and discuss them getting some dragon glass. Now I'm kinda glad Melisandre is here because Melisandre can help convince Daenerys that the Night King is the true threat. But as we all know, Davos hates the Red Woman and wants to kill her for sacrificing Princess Shireen. This may end up being a very tense scene when her and Davos meet again, but they might have to put aside their differences for now and focus on the real war that's coming, because Melisandre told Jon that she can still help him with this war, and they might actually need her. Theon and Yara are under attack that's led by Euron Greyjoy, and Arya looks scared as shit while she's out in the woods, and I think this is when the wolf comes up behind her and starts to growl. But I think this is one of the wolves from Nymeria's pack, so Arya is going to be alright once Nymeria comes out from the trees. And I really hope they instantly reconnect and Arya is able to give her a big hug right away. The next scene shows a group of people walking up to the castle in Dragonstone, and I think this is going to be Jon, Davos, and Tyrion walking up to meet with Daenerys. And this is who Melisandre is watching from above. One important scene that comes up next is with Littlefinger and Sansa. Littlefinger is going to cause some real problems for Jon while he is gone. Littlefinger is going to try his hardest to splinter their relationship. They show Sansa walking away from the weirwood tree again, and if you've seen my trailer breakdown video, then you know it looks like someone is out here at the tree with Sansa. And I think it's Bran sitting in his chair. At first I was thinking Bran might tell her about Littlefinger out here and all his fuckery, but with everything going on in the north now, Bran might tell Sansa about Jon's real parents. And this could be a problem for Jon, with everyone in the north rising up against him already. If people find out he's a Targaryen, they might want to kill him. Now, I don't think they ever will, but depending how things play out will decide how far they're going to go with this plot. If Bran shows up and exposes Littlefinger and then Littlefinger is killed, it might quiet things down some in Winterfell until Jon can get back and at least defend himself. But once that wall comes down, it's not going to matter whose blood you have. Everyone will need to stand together just like Davos said, or they won't stand a chance against the Night King. But the biggest scene from this trailer in my opinion is at the very end. Daenerys meets with Melisandre while Melisandre tells Daenerys, "I believe you have a role to play," as does another. And this was very cool. I think Melisandre is going to help convince Daenerys that she needs to team up with Jon Snow and fight the Night King. Melisandre is going to see some more shit in the flames and know that these two are needed to fight together. We know that Jon is going to be going north of the wall where he encounters the army of the dead. And in one of those scenes, you can see fire behind the whites, and I'm thinking that has to be dragon fire. I'm not really sure how fires that big would get that far up north, unless Melisandre tells Daenerys she is needed to go up north to help Jon too. This whole thing just got a hell of a lot more interesting in my opinion. Melisandre has always been that wild card whether you love her or hate her, and she may really come into use now. But I don't want to go into spoiler territory in this video, so I'm going to save some stuff for another video. That way I can talk freely with all of you who do like spoiler talk. So for now, I'm going to end this video here and start working on another video. Although this trailer was short, it was really effective. Jon is going to face a revolt in the north, just like the description for the episode said. Cersei's going to get another alliance with the Tarlys and send them and Jaime down south to start a war. And Euron Greyjoy is going to attack Theon and Yara and bring back Cersei her gift. Once again, Littlefinger is up to no good, convincing Sansa that Jon needs to be stopped and removed as king. But Bran Stark is going to arrive very soon and turn everything on its head. And Jon and Daenerys are about to meet very soon as well, which will be the beginning stages for the endgame, with those two fighting together against the one true enemy of the North. I'm very excited for the upcoming episodes now. It does look like things are going to move at a very faster pace, and I can't wait. So thanks for stopping by, everyone, and watching today's video. Comment down below and let me know what you think about everything in this new trailer. Have a good day, and I'll see you down in the comment section. Bye.